Hi, everybody. Welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. It's Sunday. I can't believe it's Sunday already. I don't know where the weeks go by. And I'm here with a project for you. So it's a beautiful day here on the West Coast. Hope it's nice where you are too. I thought I would play. I've been playing a little bit with the Gone Fishing or Let's Go Fishing, yeah, suite from the Stampin' Up! Annual catalog. Masculine suite, although if you've got some friends in your family, female friends in your family, or friends or female friends or family members who love to fish, then this can be perfect for them too. It's just such a fun suite. Definitely on the masculine side though. So I thought I'd make a card. I'm using two of my absolute favorite returning colors. So this time around, I'm using Lost Lagoon and Misty Moonlight. Just such a pretty color combination. Maybe you've never thought of that before, but I just really love it. And there is one piece of the designer series paper that's perfect with this combination. So I'm going to switch over and let's get started. All right, first of all, here is the Gone Fishing bundle. It's just so fun. Look at all these great sentiments. It is a photopolymer stamp set. The images are the 100%. So what you see here is the size of the image, and it's two-step stamping. So you have two parts to most of these. So you've got the fly with the feather for the inside. The fish has an inside. This lure, I don't even know some of the terms. I think this is a weight, it's a hook, or I guess it's a hook. And then the float or bobber. Bobber, I think people call it float. And some great sentiments. So it can be a Father's Day card, it can be a retirement card. I don't know that I have any other happy retirement cards, so this is perfect. Congratulations. Another one for Father's Day. And then this is just a sentiment that could be used for all sorts of things. Good things come to those who wait. Hey, Felicia. So really pretty. And then of course the dies. Now you've got these great dies to make a tackle box. I'm not using those today, but they're really fun. And then you've got all the dies to cut out the stamps, as well as some extra ones for waves and some, little floats here. Some hooks. This little one cuts out two tiny, tiny little hooks. And all sorts of things. Anyway, so we're going to use just one of those today to cut out a fish. All right, let me bring in these. So first of all, isn't this color combination? Hey, Pam. So pretty together. Lost Lagoon, Misty Moonlight, one of my absolute, two of my absolute favorite colors that the Stampin' Up! Brought back with the new annual catalog and the color refresh. Loved these when they were around before and love them now. So this is 4 1/4 by 11, and so we're going to score it at 5 1/2. And bring in your bone folder, and this is the side I scored on, so this is the raised line. Fold into that raised line or into the mountain and give it a good burnish with your bone folder. Okay, got a piece of Misty Moonlight that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. So that's going to go on there. And then I cut out this piece of designer series paper in Misty Moonlight, and I'm not sure if it's Balmy Blue or Boho Blue, but just the blue's just so pretty. It's got a bit of a very vanilla background, but I'm actually putting white on it. I think it looks fine with white too. So we're going to kind of keep it pretty simple. Since I'm using this piece of designer series paper. Okay, come on, you can come out. I really didn't leave my glue lid off. There we go. This time, I know I'm guilty of that a lot, but this time I didn't. All right, so we're going to let this kind of be the star of the show and try not to cover it up too much because it's just so fun. And then this piece. think this bottle of glue is almost empty. There we go. All right. Glue on my fingers. Okay, so then I cut a piece of basic white. This is 1 3/4 by 3, and a piece of Lost Lagoon to mat it that is 2 inches by 3 1/4. So just a 1/4 of an inch bigger. So we're going to stamp. This is what we're going to stamp the sentiment on, and I'm going to stamp it using Misty Moonlight. So we're just going to try and stamp that straight and in the middle, like that. Yes, almost. I know, soft succulent was so pretty, but Lost Lagoon is similar to soft succulent. Okay, so I'm going to pull out the Misty Moon, or the Lost Lagoon, and I'm going to stamp I just want to add a bit of texture or a bit of detail to the back behind that sentiment, just to make it a little bit more interesting. Okay, so this piece is going to go on this like that. I'm going to just glue it flat. I really think this is just about empty. That's probably why I'm struggling with it. Hopefully I've got enough to get through. There we go. Okay, and I thought we're going to put that on like that, but I thought I'd stamp a fish as well. So I need to, let's get, hey Nancy. What am I doing? Here we go. I'm going to clean this off because I just used it in Lost Lagoon. So let's clean our fish off. And we're going to stamp the fish. I'm just going to stamp one fish. I'm going to stamp it and cut it out. So we're going to stamp that in. Oh, I did it again. No, I don't want that. I want it stamped in Misty Moonlight. Where it is. There's my Misty Moonlight. That's kind of pretty in Lost Lagoon, but I think I'm stamping it in Misty Moonlight. And then I'm going to stamp the inside in Lost Lagoon, but I'm going to stamp off because I don't want it to be quite as, just about. Let's see if I can. Just want it to be kind of subtle like the other fish on the card. Oh, and while we have that out, let's stamp another one on the inside of the card. There it is. So let's just stamp that down there. This one I'm going to stamp full strength for the inside of the card. There we go. Well, I didn't do a very good job of lining that up, but that's okay. Okay, we're going to cut this one out. Let's grab our little mini. You could fussy cut this one. It's not a very big fish, so it wouldn't take long to fussy cut, but since I have my dies out, let's cut it out. All right. There we go. I just use, many of you know this, I use Post-it note tape. You could use washi tape or a Post-it note just to hold your die in place so that it doesn't kind of slip and slide when you're cutting. All right, so we're going to use dimensionals. I'm almost out of dimensionals on this sheet, but I got lots around the outside that I can still use. Just take your paper snips and cut those pieces, cut them into smaller pieces so you can use them. I like the corner ones. They make it easy to have your corners nicely stuck down. And let's put one in the middle because this feels kind of like a big piece, and the middle might be sagging. All right. There we go. So this is the suite we are using for the monthly club this month. So if you're interested in that, you can get more information. Where shall I put this fish? Oh, I know what I meant to do. Hang on, I'm going to lift this up. Can I do it? Can she do it? Yes, let's try. I have some. I wanted to show you that this is the in color. Well, I can get it down. Okay, this is the in color jute. So this is actually boho blue, but it goes so nicely with this designer paper. It almost looks, it's a little lighter than Misty Moonlight, but because I've got light fish on here, I thought this would go. So this is a piece, it's quite thick. And so what I've done is kind of just gently pulled it apart at the end. It's 3-stranded. So I've got one of the strands just kind of pulled out. So you can just kind of take it and destrand it, decompose it into individual strands. So it pulls apart much easier if you actually make sure you grab the strands, as opposed sometimes they kind of stick together. So I cut a piece, I don't know how long, it was probably 9-10 inches long, and then just take it. I ran my bone folder over it. I think Felicia, you said that on a previous video, run your bone folder over it, or somebody did, because it is very it's curly, and it does kind of makes it hard to use. So I ran my bone folder over to straighten it a bit, and then just gently pull it apart. So now I've got 3 pieces. What I wanted to do is I just wanted to kind of put some of these pieces behind my sentiment piece. I'm going to use that dimensional that's stuck down like that. Okay, I'm going to put another strand, just kind of wrapping this around. You could attach it to the back of your sentiment piece as well if you wanted to, but I just want to make sure that some of it's showing. Okay, so now let's take and put, I'm going to put a little bit of glue in the middle, because that will be where that dimensional is, and then the rest of these should stick. So hopefully I've got enough of the threads showing. And of course now it's going to be hard to get down. There we go. All right, probably could have used that other, but I'm going to just kind of pull out some of these threads so that they show. There we go. It's not a lot, it's just a little bit of accent around it. You can kind of make it look however you want it. And if you want to take, I've got this other thread, because you do get 3 threads out of it. So I could just kind of take, and maybe I will just take and see if I can tuck. Cut this. I'm going to put a glue dot on the end. I want a little bit more showing than I've got. So I'm just going to take a glue dot and see if I can take my scissors, closed scissors, and just kind of tuck that underneath so that I've got some threads showing. We will improvise. Anyway, it's kind of fun to deconstruct a ribbon, or in this case the twine or the jute, because it is very thick, and I find it hard to use when it's so thick. So deconstructing it just makes it, pulling it apart, makes it a little easier and a little softer, you know. So there we go. And don't be afraid to try, and there we go, just a bit of twine in behind. Don't be afraid to mix and match, because this boho blue jute looks really great on with Misty Moonlight. Okay, so now we've got our fish. So I think I'm just going to take him, I'm going to put one dimensional on his tail, or one piece of dimensional on his tail. She's going to have two because he's already got a dimensional. So it's double pop. It'll need to be double popped up. So let's just double pop up. Just there. This works a little better if you actually are using single dimensionals. But since I'm using the leftovers on my piece, I just want to trim this so it doesn't show. There we go. All right, and then a little bit of glue on his nose. There we go. There's the fish. All right, now, oh, here they are. The other thing that I thought I'd add is these are the in color dots. So again, this is boho blue, but it looks really pretty with this because the this designer series paper. So let's put some boho blue in color dots on it just to brighten it up. Oops. Okay, and then the last thing is hopefully I've got enough glue to glue the inside of my card down. Oops, I don't want the upside down. Almost glued it upside down. There we go. There we go. Isn't that fun? I love this Gone Fishing bundle. It's so much fun, and the paper is absolutely stunning. Even if you don't like fish, I just think it's so fun. And then there you go. There's my favorite returning color combination. So both of those are colors we've had before and are now back. So I love the fact that Stampin' Up! Will bring back colors. And you're right, Felicia, Soft Succulent and Lost Lagoon are similar. So it's kind of takes the sting away from losing Lost Lagoon. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. Now I will be back with my card class on Monday night at 7 p.m. Pacific, and then my sketch challenge 2 o'clock on Tuesday, 2 o'clock Pacific. So hopefully you'll join me. I'm live now, just a reminder, 2 o'clock Pacific on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Sketch challenge, then technique, then mystery challenge. So join me for all or one of those days. Trying to use this last night for a birthday card. Oh, oh dear. Okay, well, hopefully, Pam, that's given you some creativity. The other thing is, if you ever are not, if you've ever lost your creative mojo, there are some amazing samples in the Stampin' Up! Catalog. So I often just kind of go leafing through to get some ideas. And sometimes I'll just case a project that's in the catalog, and sometimes you can just kind of be inspired by some of them. So hopefully you'll get your creativity back, Pam. All right. Thanks everybody for joining me. Hope you have a great day. Happy stamping. Bye.